Have you ever wondered what happens when you simply disappear from someone's life? I'm not talking about stepping back a little, but completely disappearing. No texts, no calls, no contact. How will they truly feel when you are gone? In today's world, where people constantly believe they can take others for granted, let's change the story. Disappear, and I promise their world will shake. Welcome to the most important video you will watch today. If you have ever been in a relationship or situation where someone became too comfortable treating you as an option, this video is for you. We're talking about a powerful concept today, how people truly feel when you simply vanish from their life. We'll go through 9 intense emotional stages they experience when you disappear. And let me tell you the end of this video. You will understand why sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is step away and never look back. If you are ready to see your value, if you are ready to make them miss you like never before, leave a comment below with the phrase, "I am done being an option." Because in the end, you will never be an option again. Stay until the end of the video, because there is an additional 10th emotional stage that you do not want to miss. Before we start, I want to tell you something important. Based on your kind requests in the comments, I decided to launch a new channel focusing specifically on self-confidence, body language, and how to achieve financial success in your life. The channel is called I Have Presence, and I'll leave the link in the comments and description box. I hope you subscribe because it will be full of valuable content for you. Now let's begin. Stage 1, the sting of rejection. They never expected you to disappear. Not really. In their minds, you would always be there. You were the person who made the effort, planned, cared, the person they could rely on until you became absent. When you disappear, it's as if you hit them with a stone. You've heard the saying, you don't know what you have until it's gone. This is exactly what happens when you vanish. Let me explain. When you remove yourself from their life, it's not just about physical absence. It's about taking away everything you represented. Comfort, appreciation, consistent presence. They feel rejection, but not a shallow one. It's a deep personal sting because for the first time, they realize they don't have control over you. People don't like admitting this, but when they know someone will always be there, they start treating them as a safety net, an option, not a priority. When you disappear, you pull that net from under them and panic begins. It's like free fall. They thought they could take you for granted, and suddenly they find themselves asking, how did I let this happen? How did I lose control? The sting of rejection is intense, especially if you were emotionally available. They took your love and presence for granted, believing you'd always be there no matter what. They might even think they are doing you a favor by keeping you around. This is the real irony. They think they are giving, but actually you were holding the relationship together. Here's what you need to understand. If you want them to feel the sting of rejection, do not give them any warning. Do not tell them you are leaving. Do not seek their attention. Just disappear. When you vanish without explanation, the impact is stronger. They didn't expect it. It forces them to think about their actions, but it also tells them loudly and clearly that you are done being treated without respect. When you walk away, never look back. They will feel rejection, and trust me, it will hurt more than they ever expected. Stage 2, the void created by your absence. After the sting of rejection subsides, they begin to feel something else, the void. They never thought they would miss you, right? In reality, they may have convinced themselves they wouldn't care if you left. They thought they could move on. But what happens when you actually disappear? They start feeling a void, not just any void, but one that hurts. They go through their days doing the same things they always did, but something is missing. Then they realize you were the person who added meaning to their life. You brought energy, calm, and emotional stability. Now, without you, everything feels bland. When someone takes you for granted, they assume you are just part of the background. They think the dynamic between you can be replaced. Here's the truth. No one else brings what you brought to their life. They might try to fill the void with someone else, but it will never be the same as with you. You brought unique energy that made their life easier, more enjoyable, and more fulfilling. It grows every day. They may think they can distract themselves with someone new or friends, or focus on work or hobbies to get over your absence. But the void remains. It reminds them of what they lost, eating away at them because they never thought they would feel this way about you. The irony is, they didn't value you when they had you. They thought they could find someone better, or assumed you would always be there. But the moment you disappear, everything changes. They begin to miss the little things. The conversations, the laughter, the way you made them feel understood. These daily moments they suddenly long for. But you're not there to provide them. When you disappear, make sure to do it in a way that leaves no trace. Remove yourself from social media. Delete their number. Make it impossible for them to reach you casually. The more they realize they can't reach you, the deeper the void grows. Every time they think of you and try to contact you, they find no trace of you. The void grows. Let them sit in this void and remember this truth. People don't appreciate what they have until they lose it. Let them miss you. Stage 3, overwhelming curiosity. This is the stage where, deep in the void, they begin to feel desperation. Curiosity appears, often overwhelming. The big question in their mind, where are you? What are you doing? With whom? They become obsessed with knowing what is happening in your life because they no longer have access to you. You are now a mystery, and nothing is more frustrating than not knowing what's happening with someone who is so close. In the age of social media, this stage intensifies. They will check your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and every other platform just to catch a glimpse of your life. But here's the surprise, you give them nothing. No updates, no stories, no posts, nothing. And it drives them insane. Why? Because humans hate the unknown. The moment you disappear, their mind starts racing with questions. They wonder, have you moved on? Are you dating someone else? Are they better off without me? They cannot handle not knowing, so they become obsessed with finding answers. This is the moment they may reach out to mutual friends, trying to gather information about you. They ask questions, but they are too proud to admit they are desperate for answers. It's a sad scene. A person who once thought they didn't need you now expends energy trying to find out what you are doing. The truth is, curiosity is a powerful emotion. When someone cannot get the answers they want, their mind fills in the gaps. They start imagining you with someone else, imagining more happiness and fulfillment without them. This idea consumes them day by day. Curiosity turns into obsession. And here's the best part. The less they know, the more they want to know. You become the one thing they cannot stop thinking about. To feed their curiosity, you must become a ghost. Disappear completely. Do not post anything that gives them clues about your life. Let them wonder. Let them drown in their thoughts about you. Stage 4, emotional turmoil. After curiosity turns into obsession, they enter emotional turmoil. Their emotions are all over the place. Anger, sadness, confusion, and sometimes guilt. They question themselves constantly. What did I do wrong? Why did they leave? Could I have done something differently? They may start blaming themselves even for things that weren't their fault. The absence of your presence forces them to reflect on the relationship, and they can no longer take things for granted. Some might feel anger toward you, thinking you abandoned them without reason. Others feel sadness, realizing how much you meant to them. The emotional roller coaster is intense, and it's all caused by your disappearance. Stage 5, realization of true value. This is the stage where they finally understand your value. They start to see how important you were in their life. They realize you weren't just anyone, they were losing someone extraordinary. The truth hits hard. They never truly appreciated the care, love, and effort you gave. When you are gone, the reality becomes undeniable. They start comparing the void in their life to the richness you once brought. This realization is painful, but necessary. It shows them that they can no longer take people for granted. And you are already free. You've moved past the need for their recognition, and your independence is now your superpower. Stage 6, attempts to reconnect. After realizing your value, they may try to reconnect. They call, text, or try to show up in your life again. But here's the key. By now, you are no longer the same person. You have regained your power and your independence. If they attempt to return, it is usually motivated by their need to regain control or fill the void you left. They want the comfort and familiarity you once provided, not necessarily because they have changed. This is a critical moment. You decide whether they deserve another chance, but do not let their attempts manipulate you. Your value is proven by the fact that you disappeared and made them realize what they lost. Stage 7. Envy and jealousy. Once they see you living your life, thriving and moving on, they may start feeling envy or jealousy. They see your happiness and independence, and it stings. They might try to make you feel guilty or question your choices. They want to pull you back into their orbit, but now you hold all the power. The key is not to engage emotionally. Their envy only proves one thing: they recognized your worth too late. You have already regained control of your life, and their negative emotions cannot affect you anymore. Stage 8. Acceptance and reflection. Eventually, they enter a stage of acceptance. They may not admit it publicly, but they reflect on what happened and understand the lessons. They realize they lost someone who brought immense value to their life. They begin to understand the mistakes they made and the importance of appreciating others before it's too late. Even though this stage comes with regret, it marks their growth as a person. Meanwhile, you are already far ahead, living your life fully, independent, strong, and confident. Stage 9. Long-term impact. Finally, the long-term impact of your disappearance becomes evident. They carry the memory of your absence for years, and it changes the way they treat relationships in the future. You have left a mark that cannot be erased. Your disappearance taught them a lesson in respect, appreciation, and understanding human value. And the most important thing, you have regained your life, your independence, and your happiness. Stage 10. Empowerment and true independence. This is the ultimate stage, your empowerment. After disappearing from their life and regaining your personal space, you realize your happiness isn't tied to anyone's presence or approval. You become fully aware of your emotional independence. You no longer seek validation, admiration, or affection from others. Your happiness depends solely on your inner strength and self-belief. What's surprising is that those around you also notice the change. They see that you are no longer the same person they once knew. You are stronger, wiser, more confident, and have surpassed the stage of emotional dependence on them. This change makes them stuck in old patterns, while you are free from the cycle of seeking approval and recognition. The lesson is clear. Stop giving others the chance to exploit you or treat you as a backup option. Do not be the person who is always available despite neglect. When you leave, everything changes. You are now in control of your life and happiness, and they feel the loss of something irreplaceable. If you are ready to reclaim your power and refuse to let anyone treat you as an option, know that this is the biggest step towards self-actualization. Write a comment now with the phrase, "I am done being an option and I choose to live as my strongest, most independent self." Conclusion. Let's summarize what we've covered. We explored 10 stages a person goes through when you disappear from their life. 1. Regaining emotional independence. 2. Curiosity and concern. 3. Obsession and increased attention. 4. Emotional turmoil. 5. Realization of your true value. 6. Attempts to reconnect. 7. Envy and jealousy. 8. Acceptance and reflection. 9. Long-term impact. 10. Your empowerment and true independence. In each stage, your absence creates a powerful effect on the other person, making them reevaluate themselves and their relationship with you. Over time, they realize they lost something irreplaceable. In the end, you remain the strongest because you learned how to reclaim your personal power and live your life free from any negative influence. Don't forget to subscribe to my new channel, which focuses on self-confidence, body language, and financial success. The link is in the description and comments. Also, activate notifications to receive every update. Thank you for listening this far. If this video touched your feelings, consider joining the channel membership to support us in delivering content that enriches minds and helps reach more people. Even if membership isn't for you, pressing the subscribe button also helps the channel grow. And I appreciate every support you provide. Remember, you already hold the power, and your decision is the key to your happiness. See you in the next video.